Fire Emblem Three Houses, the latest upcoming Fire Emblem at the time of this video, and it's right around the corner. Kinda crazy that I've yet to even mention it on the channel other than an E3 video I did last year, but to be honest, I am planning on making a video about this game. I could come up with a bunch of sugar-coated reasons, but let's be real, this fanbase is spoopy. Somehow we've managed to get another game that's controversial as heck, and it isn't even out yet. GG, my dudes. But ever since the reveal, people were already split on everything about this game, and I just felt afraid? But why? I shouldn't be. I mean, it's my opinion, and I shouldn't be afraid to talk about a game I'm genuinely excited for. Everyone's side on the debate is fair and valid, so it's a completely fair question to ask me, why? Why am I excited for Fire Emblem Three Houses? Is it because I'm optimistic about everything that looks even remotely good? Well, yeah, I'm sure, but I genuinely think this has the potential to be one of the series' greatest entries. I mean, for starters, it's an HD title on the Switch! That right there is the most powerful phrase you can use to advertise your game. Don't at me. This is the first mainline, again, mainline game in the franchise that'll be built for high-definition gaming. That alone is so exciting because regardless of whatever platform a past game's been on, it's been held back in some way. To be fair, they did a lot with what they had, making for some great-looking titles, but this time it's gonna be on a scale never before achieved. And it looks gorgeous! Look at how clean and calm the game's color palette is. The character models looking like an anime, the environments and scale. This game is already shaping up to be the best-looking entry in the series. Not to mention, it's a console title. The previous two were some of the biggest games in the franchise, with Path of Radiance being my personal favorite. Bigger stories, bigger worlds, and one heck of a Gucci experience, Fire Emblem on consoles is a match made in heaven. So I'm glad we're finally heading back to that. And if you prefer the games portable, then hey, that's an option because we Switch, boys! The Switch is just the greatest console ever. Why is the Switch just the greatest console ever? The game is, of course, about the three houses in your new setting. And a big selling point is choosing which house you want to support around the beginning of the game, giving you different casts and missions throughout the entirety of the journey. It's so cool to have a main campaign from 3 different perspectives, and it's going to be adding a whole lot of content all on one cartridge. What a concept. The replay value with this game is going to be off the charts, and because it's on the Switch, you know I'm going to be spending a lot of time with this. Every house looks equally interesting as well. You've got the blue lions, which look cool, the golden deer, which— holy crap, a black guy! Is this a series first, having a brother as a protagonist? That's amazing, and I don't think anything can top this. Yo, best design in the game! But I don't know, maybe not enough to top my— Black Eagles it is! Since we're on the topic, let's talk about the characters. As if that weren't a dead giveaway, I'm in love with these guys already. The bios we've gotten have me interested in all of them, and the designs are out of this world. I was hoping through that first trailer that Edelgard was the new protagonist, because her design is one of, if not the best in the entire game. Everyone else looks pretty unique and great, and then there's Dorothea, who's just perfect. I'm really excited to learn more about these characters. A seemingly big part of this game is getting to know your students and fellow teachers, and instead of support system vibes, it looks more like something akin to Persona. Taking the time to get to know your surrounding potential friends rather than pairing up units and listening in on their conversations. And you know what? I think this could work incredibly well here. Rather than you commanding an army, you're working alongside a group of friends, since the main character is a self-insert much like Robin and Corrin. With them, to me anyway, they felt more like characters that the game is trying to make you relate with through choices and customization, but it never felt like I was a part of the experience. It felt like I was just controlling Robin, you know? Not a bad thing at all, but I can't help but feel that wasn't their intention. With a feature like this, I'm a part of the journey, and it's me who's chatting up Dorothea. It's very different than the other Fire Emblem games, but I'm really enjoying the vibes so far. It gives the game a lot more weight, and I'm excited to see what they do with the cast to make me care about them more than any other. But enough beating around the bush, let's talk about the school setting. Oh boy, the school setting. I think this is the main reason why people are hit or miss with this game, and just throwing this out there, I fell in love with this from concept alone. I'm all for games and long-running franchises innovating and changing up the formula without losing sight of what makes it a game in said franchise. On the system alone, the 2 biggest examples are Mario Odyssey and Zelda Breath of the Wild. Innovating and changing things up, but I'm still playing a Mario game. I'm still playing a Zelda game. Well, I assume on the last one anyway. I still haven't played Breath of the Wild. Oops. Fire Emblem Three Houses is doing the same exact thing, and I love that. This series has never been in a school environment. This series never had what seems to be a day-by-day system, and I'm sure that there's a lot more I'm not remembering or aware of since I'm ignorant when it comes to Three Houses news, but this is exciting. The game is changing, but it's still Fire Emblem at heart. If things were the same in every title, we'd get bored and burnt out, but I'm glad that Intelligent Systems has been experimental without stepping on too many toes. I'm so excited to see what they do with this setting, and for an experience completely unique to Three Houses. is. What I'm trying to say is, Fire Emblem Three Houses is shaping up to be the same base gameplay that made me fall in love with the series, but with more. Not only are we gonna get grand battles with a large scale of lovable characters, but seemingly world exploration, alternate storylines for near endless replay value, HD visuals, voice acting, and a large scale experience exclusive to the console games. That's not even mentioning the phenomenal theme song that's getting me excited for another top-notch soundtrack and the new additions to the gameplay. Fire Emblem Three Houses is taking risks while improving on the overall formula this series has provided, and I just can't wait to see what they do with this game. They're being ambitious, and I can't help but be excited for what could potentially be the best entry. And I know I said the same exact thing about Fates, which led to interesting results, and I know I say that about a lot of things that excite me, but I'm an optimist, and that's never gonna change. It's okay to raise your hopes and expectations up, as long as you don't get butthurt if things don't reach said expectations. If Three Houses is a good game but not my new favorite, that's fine. If Three Houses sucks, I'll be a little upset, but again, that's fine. I'm just trying to have a good time being positive and hopeful, and I don't think my judgment is being misplaced here. Not to mention, it's way more fun and fulfilling to be optimistic and positive than to use up all my energy on cynicism and negativity. If there's one thing I hope you take away from my channel, it's gotta be that. Links down in the description if you want to interact with me more on Twitter, Twitch, or support me on Patreon for just $1 a month with all the benefits. Shout out to my current patrons, who are a bunch of my favorite people that help me out every darn month. What? So dope! Let's thank them right now, shall we? Thank you to my bank dudes by the lovely names of Ben, Cleric Eric, Comic Foil, Corbett, Flower Grar, Forever Fizz 8, Gaius, Gentleman Gamer, Jacob Horner, James V, Kiara, Kimpy7, Max Hockman, Michael Douglas, Mitchie, Neilab, R2K, Renegade Master, Soul, Shadow the Cat, Steve Appleman, Tex-Mex, and Xenolith. You guys are the best, and so are you, viewer, giving me a chance and sticking around in my video. Coolest thing ever. Hope to see you next time, and have a great rest of your day. You definitely deserve it. Bye-bye!